Hi everyone. Today I have another kiln opening video for you. I'm a little bit nervous about it because I went to cone 5 instead of cone 6 because I have some pink Amico Celadon glazes in there that I was afraid was going to burn off at cone 6, which always happens when I've used it before, and I haven't used these in forever. So I went to a cone 5 because my kiln has been firing a little hot anyway, but I suspect that I will have to go back and refire some of the mugs in here. I have a few drippy mugs at the bottom that I don't think will probably be very drippy, but since I need to change my thermocoupler, my kiln has been running kind of hot. So fingers crossed that everything turned out the way I wanted it to. All right, here we go. I also have some test tiles in here that are the slugs that I made. I bought some ritual glazes, which have some really fun effects. I don't remember if I was supposed to go to a cone 5 or a cone 6 with these, but I only went to a 5, obviously. So I don't think they did exactly what they should have done. But they're still a cool effect. I'll show you what I got. So I got their bead glaze, which was supposed to bead up, and maybe I should have put more on, but it just kind of crackled. But for a slug, I think it looks pretty good actually. But I think next time I'll definitely let it dry and put more on. All right, I'll show you the other ones. All right, here are the other ones. This one turned out pretty good, except it didn't bead and it kind of pulled away. But I think I added more to this one than I did the other one, so I got a more like deeper crackle. Also, this one is just under glaze on the bottom and the sides. This one I actually added stroking coat. So under glaze, and then on the sides I added some moody blue stroking coat to give it that glossy look. And I was hoping, and I think it did pretty well, that this would stay a little bit raised, but kind of like melt into that so that it would give it more of that slug appearance. And I think it did pretty good on the tail. Oh, maybe I'm too close. That looks pretty great. And I wonder what would happen if I threw these back in for a cone 6 firing, if maybe it would melt more and bead up more. So here's the other slugs. So this one's salmon under glaze, I believe. Nope, I think these are both coral. And this one has some melancholy stroking coat, and then the orange version of their bead glaze, which actually, this side looks pretty cool when it meets the stroking coat. It's definitely like blended in more there. And then this one is the light blue. I definitely could have put more on there. I think maybe I didn't mix it up very well either. I remember this one being pretty watery. But he still looks pretty cute. Looks like he's drooling. Next, here's a few black ones. Ooh, this one's pretty cool. So this is flame orange and sunshine or something stroking coat. Ooh, look at that. Let's see if you can see this detail. That looks pretty cool. And then their black bead glaze on top. That one's really cool. And then there's just pink and black. I definitely should have done the black heavier. I'll probably go back and reglaze some of these and just add more and see what happens. I don't know if I can do that, but it's all test tiles. So this one's salmon. I don't know if you can tell the difference between this pink and this pink. Salmon versus coral under glaze. Not them both. Coral's just a little lighter, I think. All right, here's violet under glaze with their orange crackle. It's not my favorite one. Still cute. Here's a little green under glaze. I put some yellow on top of it. And I actually gave it some speckles, but you can't really see them. But I like the color of that. It's really limey. And then the orange. Ooh, this one turned out pretty cool. So this is intense yellow, and then a little bit, a light coat of stroke and coat just to give it a little shine. And then the black crackle on top. It's pretty cute. Here's the darker blue one with salmon. Got a good crackle right on the top. I really do, I think, have to put these on thick because I thought I was putting them on thick and definitely it's not as thick as I was thinking. Oh, he's cute. He reminds me of Nickelodeon. Orange and purple. Reminds me of Slime Time. He's cute. He's got like a perfect circle on his butt. And then the last one I tried to make a little bit more realistic. And I thought was going to be more orange. And the black actually looks pretty blue. Well, also it's garbage day today, so sorry about that. But cute. Alright, moving on to other things. Alright, here's the rest of the shell. So I did my leaf plates. The last time I did them with regular glaze. This time I underglazed them. I just used white, dark green, and cactus green on all of them. In the back I just did cactus. And then I dipped them in a clear glaze that I have, that I made. My mom made, technically, and gave it to me. I love how they're not super shiny. They're just kind of like a matte shiny. It's got a thing on there. I do have to say, I think I liked the other ones where I used glaze instead of underglaze. These are just not as bright and poppy. Still like them. I love the shape. I made that. I made this cookie cutter. I made a stamp and then cut the cookie out on my 3D printer. I'm gonna sprays a little bit. So these are dragon fruit. And I got a sample. So this is strawberry. I got a sample. It was called fruit salad, I believe. I think this was a celadon, and I am surprised. It crazed a little bit, but usually I never get color. I really put it on thick so that it wouldn't burn away, but it almost looks darker than it does on the picture. It's shocking. Here's another one, same strawberry. The clay is really pretty. And then, oh, these actually did work out. So these I did my melty technique where I put some stroke and coat. I think I did a blue base of Norse blue and then stroke and coat moody blue and then muddy waters on top. And this is also dragon fruit. This is dragon fruit light. And on the bottom. It's really pretty. My battery's almost gonna die, so I might have to come back, but I did some spoons. So some of these are just stroke and coats. Some of these are my dipped glaze. It's really pretty. Stroke and coat, wow. Okay, this one was a glaze that my mom got when I was a teenager. And she was convinced it was a cone 5. She even looked it up for me and said it was a 5/6, but it melts. Look at that. I barely put any on it and it just melted. So I probably won't be using that again. But these other ones are really good. Cute. This is like my speckled Blue Haven. This one's teal next time, I think. And that's my dipped Santa Fe. Alright, I just have another row of spoons and then I'll move down to the next. Alright, moving on to the next shelf. Ooh, not bad. So I was afraid my drippy mugs were not going to drip, but they did. So I did the same thing here. Blue base, stroke and coat on top, and then covered in muddy waters. These are really pretty. I did 4 of these. Ooh, look at that drip. Really pretty. Usually I use sandstone, but I didn't have enough. So Muddy Waters, I think winter wood works as well. Pretty. Sometimes I drip down the handles a lot, so you have to not put so much of the running glaze on there. Oh, you know what? And I put pearl white over the top as well to help with that drip. The pearl white really helps melt it all together. And I have a whole glazing tutorial for that. I love the inside of this one. All right, the next I have a couple rainbow mugs. These are just rainbow, ooh, hot. Stroking coat covered in honey flux. Ooh, that blue is really pretty. Grateful, so pretty. Love honey flux. I don't know what happened here, but that is really cool. All right, there's one more of those. Oh, it's that same one. Look at that. Really pretty. I should just do a whole mug just in that. The blue too. Oof, love this. Okay. I have one of the dipped Santa Fe's for a friend, and it turned out great. The first one I did stuck to the kiln shelf. He's a D&D fan. He uses a spear in his game, so I painted him a spear. Finally turned out good. There you go, Dad. Awesome. Can't wait to give him that. All right. So I used this is the crackle glaze, and I'm not sure what happened, but I'm gonna throw them back into cone 6 and see what happens, because this is just like peeled up. It's kind of matte, like it dripped a little bit. What the heck? I mean, it looks kind of cool, but the inside is cool. I don't even know what color I used because I made these so long ago, but definitely gonna have to refire those. The other one even like flaked off onto my kiln shelf. Kind of cool, but like I have a feeling that's all gonna like come off. Okay, it is. This one's kind of cool, right? I mean, some of that might come off and it's like a little bit pokey, but not too pokey. I don't know. I kind of love this one actually. I'm gonna throw the other one to a 6 and see what happens. And then I did the same in the blue, and I think this was not a success. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. Yep. I don't know about that one. I'm not sure what to do there. Oh, this one's even worse. I think this was really thick, and maybe it just didn't like adhere to the glaze. I wonder what would happen if I put like a flux glaze on here of some sort. Like, what the heck? Look at that. What happened? I guess that's what happens when you try new things. But we had a couple successes and a few failures. Here's my kiln shelf. Not awful, but I definitely will have to scrape some of that off. Just kind of flaked right off. Okay, here's what all my Instagram friends have been waiting for. This is the Mommy Pot shelf. I used Mako's, I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember exactly which one this is, but it's got kind of an iridescent gloss to it, and I used porcelain for these, so they're really cute little mugs, and I had 5 colors of each, or 5 of each color, I mean. Really cute, just white. They almost have like a scalloped edge that you can barely see. So So I have 5 white. That one turned out good. It's got a little drip at the bottom. And then the pink is Amico's Cherry Blossom. I'm glad I went to a cone 5 because usually it just burns right out. Those are super sweet. There's a couple more of those. They're all a little bit different shapes. Some are skinny, some are big. They're all about the same height. Ooh. The blue, I used Glacier from Spectrum. I got these runny glazes. I actually thought, I was afraid they were gonna run more than this. Those turned out really nice. A little scalloped. It's got a nice big drip on it. That one dripped a little bit. To grind the bottom off of that one. And then this is River Birch. More neutral. It's almost got a little bit of a pink tint to it. Usually when you bring it up to a 6, it gets more like milky white, but those are super pretty. And then last but not least, I have 3 reds, which are just red stroking coat. I use Hot Tamale for teacher pots. So teachers can put their little flowers that their students bring from the playground and throw them in there. They actually do look like apples because the outside is red and the inside is white. I should have put like little black dots or something in there. But yeah. And then I just have a couple more spoons in another little bowl. The next kiln opening, I'll have lots more of those dragon fruit, different colors. But here's more spoons. All the same colors though. I'll have to do more of these. I kind of use these as test tiles as well. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining. The next kiln opening, I will have more test tiles. I have a couple mugs that I have to fire, and then I will also be doing some more glaze videos because I know people are requesting those. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining. Bye.